welcome to Recipes Tested. I'm Brianna Robinson, and today I'm going to kind of be taking you guys on a first try recipe with me. I'm going to be trying Laura in the Kitchen's baked ziti or pasta al forno. I've never had this before. She makes it all the time, and I reached out to her and I was like, this is actually a recipe I've never had before, and she was like shocked. And so I figured I'd make it. I figured I'd take you guys along. So I'm gonna leave the recipe that I'm using down in the description below. At the end of this, if you wanna make this, that's where you can get all the ingredients and amounts and all that stuff from there. And then at the end of the video, I'm gonna go over it and give a review and let you know if it's love at first bite. So if you wanna see how this recipe turns out, just keep watching and I'll get testing. My first step was to get some cooked meat sauce, some red pasta sauce in a container that I was gonna cook this in and set that aside. Next, I got going on the filling with my cooked pasta and 3 hard-boiled eggs. I just cooked those, let them cool, and then chopped those up. Once they were chopped up, I got my mozzarella and I went and cubed that again. And I put all of that in the bowl and some ricotta cheese. And next was the provolone cheese. There's just a lot of chopping involved in this recipe. But once the provolone was all chopped up, I added my surpassata salami. I still don't know how to pronounce that. And mine only had sliced, and I asked Laura, and she said if you can only find sliced, just dice it up and it'll be good. But she does use cubed in her recipe. That's what the recipe does call for, but I did not have any at my store. So I just cut it up, did what I could, used what I had, and poured that all in. But then I realized I should have saved half the mozzarella to dice or drizzle all over the top. So I went and picked out a lot of it, as much as I could, to make it about half, and then sprinkled over my freshly grated Parmesan, and then 3 cups of the rest of my meat sauce. And then I just mixed all of that together. And if you noticed, I did not season with salt or pepper, just because that wasn't in the instructions. I think all the ingredients were already pretty seasoned, so I didn't need to add any. And the last step before baking was to pour everything into my already prepared, like, deep lasagna pan. I guess that's what this is. And then I leveled it off. And once that was all even, I sprinkled it atop with more Parmesan cheese. And then the mozzarella pieces, cubes that I had picked off before. This just makes it really ooey gooey, and it helps the Parmesan not like burn. And then this is what it looks like before it bakes. And after it's done baking, look at it. It's crispy and golden and ooey gooey and delicious looking. And I wanted to show you guys what it looks like when it is served, because it's not as sticky as I thought it was going to be. So I got my lasagna scraper spatula thing and I scooped it out. And it just kind of falls, but that's okay. But this is what it looks like when it's done. All right, this is done. It smells so good. Throughout this whole cooking process, my house has smelled like a pizzeria all day. I'm so excited to dig in. So I'm just gonna give it a taste and see if it's love at first bite. I've never had, how do you pronounce it? Surpassata salami before. That was the thing I was kind of nervous about, but I didn't know if the salami would kind of throw everything off, and it actually is very complimentary because it's got a brininess to it, so it kind of cuts out all the heaviness of the meat and the sauce and the cheese. But this is really yummy. So if you do like lasagna, you will love this. I think my only thing about this is, for me, this was a specialty recipe for me because I don't normally have ricotta and this surpassata salami and provolone on hand. So I did go to the store to buy everything to make this, and now I have leftover ingredients that I need to find a use for, which is such a first world problem, but just saying, it's not something that I normally have. I honestly think that this is so good and there's so much of it that I would save this for a special occasion. I mean, this might be really good for like even Christmas Day. It makes a huge batch, it makes your house smell so good, and it's just the right kind of like notes, because it's really comforty, cheesy, meaty smells that for me, my family, everybody wants to come in and see what's cooking. It is a little bit more of an expensive home cooked meal, for at least where I live, but I think it's definitely worth it. I rate this a 10 out of 10. It's phenomenal. I think it's pretty easy. There's a lot of prep involved, but it's not hard. Yeah, I think this is great. I think you guys should give it a shot. So again, I have the recipe down in the description, so you should go there, click on that, get the ingredients, go make this, and leave a comment down below and let me know how you think of it. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe while you're here, and I will see you guys with my next video. Bye.
Good stuff, Mom.